My name is Shruti and I'm currently studying at grade 12 in DLRC.
Hi, I'm Megha and I'm also in G12 in DLRC. And today we're going to try to tell you a little bit about our experience studying here. So one thing both of us enjoyed was the design and technology course that they have here.
This is a course offered at AS level by DLRC, and we were mentored by two mentors across the program, one of them being Prakash sir and the other being Anuya ma'am.
Yeah, it really helped having a professional like Prakash sir and also Anuya ma'am who has her own ceramics business to really teach us and show us how an actual experience while designing something works. And it was also very helpful to have the design lab, which has it's essentially a tinkering lab where there's all sorts of tools available and you can access it whenever you want or whenever you have free time. And we have the freedom to do practically anything we want in that and to create whatever we want, which is very helpful for aspiring designers like us.
This course essentially consists of a project where we are supposed to identify a problem in our surroundings. In this case, we chose our immediate surroundings, which was the DLRC campus. When it comes to the DLRC campus, it's one of the most sustainable systems in itself that you would see around Pune. We have our own bio toilets as well as our own open space campus, where we were all able to identify several issues such as rainwater coming in through curtains or the phone box being ineffective. We took all of these problems and discussed and debated over them and eventually came up with 8 to 9 solutions for each of them.
Yes, and this also helped us get to know our campus better, which we're sitting in it right now. As you can see, it's very open, there's a lot of trees here. It's a great environment to learn in, and since I joined here in 11th, it was very different from traditional schooling, which is all I had been exposed to until 10th grade. And here in our free time, we can walk around, we can sit like we're doing right now and talk to our friends, and we can even learn outdoors and be in touch with nature, and it helps us learn about sustainability and also learn our own subjects well.
When it comes to trends, it's actually very easy to make them at DLRC because we have very small class sizes. So each subject will generally have at the max 10 to 12 students, which means that you can intimately connect with everybody that you're learning with. So our classes look more like discussions rather than one person preaching a certain thing, because the teachers are very open to us disputing ideas that they present and then coming to a common consensus.
Yeah, and in that sense, the teachers also help a lot in other ways because they understand all different points of view and they try to teach you in ways that you would understand. So we learn through many different methods, and if we don't know something, we can go to a teacher and ask them. And since there's so much free flow in how the lessons are planned and how all the events at DLRC happen in general, there's always time for you to go and ask your teachers and talk to them, and this also helps us feel connected to the teachers. So anything else that we might want to discuss with them outside of our subjects or outside the subjects that they teach us, we feel like we're free to do. And this connection with the teachers is also amplified when we have sessions like homeroom, which once a week we have some time to spend with our homerooms or class teachers so that we can get to know them better and we can get to know each other in our class also better.
Apart from us feeling comfortable to reach out to our teachers too feel comfortable to reach out to us. So when there's a certain disciplinary action that needs to be taken around campus, it doesn't become a big deal where a particular student is targeted upon. Rather, it becomes a friendly discussion where each of us are able to express why we think the way we think, and it becomes a very open space for everybody to express their thoughts. When it comes to this, teachers also reach out to us when they feel like we're a little down or are feeling a little sad and try to help us in ways that they have known to get through life. It's also important to note that both of us have shifted from very Indian schooling, which was in CBSE and ICSE boards, to Cambridge, which was a pretty big leap because Cambridge essentially focuses on application and practical knowledge a lot. And while we would like to think all education does, this is more so amplified in Cambridge.
Yes, and since in many systems like CBSE or ICSE or CBSE, which I'm from, there's a lot of emphasis on learning exactly what's in the textbook or knowing just that content thoroughly. But in Cambridge, since there is not really a standard textbook or a standard set pattern of questions that you know will come, like in CBSE you know that there are exactly so and so questions that will come, and if you just learn them you can get good marks in your papers. Here the priority isn't just good grades, it's also understanding the subject, and there is more emphasis on analysis of the subject matter instead of just directly learning exactly what we have and answering direct questions.
Our papers are also designed specifically such that they will elicit exact knowledge from students. So it's a very good test of whether you understand the concept or not. But that being said, it can be a bit of a leap to switch from an Indian board to an international board because you don't understand how to answer the questions right away, and this can sometimes take up to 1 year to understand, which is what happened in our case, where we found ourselves scoring a lot lower than we usually would before, which does not only impact your the way your transcript looks, but it also impacts you emotionally because you wonder why your grades aren't as they were in 10th grade. And when this happened, our teachers were of very big support, where they would not only support us academically and help us understand why there were learning gaps in our concepts, but also help us understand how this isn't a reflection of us as a person, hence separating the idea of individual growth from academic growth.
Yeah, to add to that, the environment in DLRC is not very competitive. Half of us don't know each other's grades or how we're doing in our studies. The friendship is just based on whether we get along or not, and although we may have an idea of how other people are performing, we don't really care what other people are scoring. And for me personally, my only competition is my previous marks, and due to this, it also helps you feel better about if you're scoring a little lower than before, since it doesn't matter how you are doing in like compared to others. It helps you feel better about yourself and grow in general in the subject as well. Oh yeah, one more thing. I like how the events in DLRC are structured to a certain extent because all their annual days or their sports days or any events that may happen, every single person gets a chance. So everybody that may have certain skills or any skills that anybody has will get showcased in some way because they don't just select people who already have certain talents such as singing or dancing. They will make sure that everybody plays a part in whatever events they have, which again is good for all the children to be friends with each other and for all of them to get a chance to showcase talents that they may have and recognize that they may be skilled in ways that they didn't know before.
In this way, coming to DLRC really changed and helped me grow as a person. Where before I was here, I felt like I had a quite limited view of the world, which will happen when you have been in a certain schooling system for about 10 years of your life. But coming here also changed me in the way that DLRC often invites speakers from across fields and subjects to interact with us, where we're able to interact with professionals comfortably without the enigma of their job being there, or rather without the idea that they are these big people to be feared. We're able to interact with them on a human level, which was really helpful to me while I was pursuing design, because I was able to interact with a lot of well-known, renowned designers without there being that fear of what they'll think of me or something like that.
Another helpful thing that DLRC does, especially for us as high schoolers and with only a few weeks of school left, is that we have to transition from high school to college or to a working field, and to do that may be hard, and we might look for internships and it can feel like we're a bit lost in the field. But due to there being a vast parent community in DLRC with a lot of parents working in many different fields, DLRC helps connect these parents to us students, and some of them who have their own companies offer internships, and if they are in a field that we are interested in, we can reach out to them and they can offer us some experience and just an opportunity to work with them and to experience a career in a field that we may have been aspiring to.
So that's DLRC in a nutshell. We'll be happy to answer any more questions if you have them. Thank you so much.
Thank you.